Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come to you this morning and talk to you a little bit about what's going on. I've said from the very beginning that we want to be as transparent as possible. Um, I've been thinking about this, and another way to help with transparency is after council meetings, I'm going to try to come in and do a quick video and just kind of give a recap of the previous night's council meeting. And I'll try to do this on the Wednesday after council. Now, it may be later than that, and but I will try to keep up with these as time permits. So, with that being said, the first thing that we dealt with was we brought up a resolution to forego bidding and advertise a request for qualifications for a grant writer. This will give us an opportunity, hopefully, to get a qualified, certified grant writer that'll help get some larger grants and appropriations, not just grants. There's other money that we can get out there that these people can get for us that will help progress Truman. So that was approved by the council, and we're going to advertise that today. Actually, it's going to go in tomorrow's newspaper, and then uh, once those RFQs come in, we'll go through them and we'll pick the one that's best qualified, and then we'll work on getting them to work for us to get money. The last council meeting, we discussed a contract with Trugo with the city of Bay to run a one-day um, trip to Bay and kind of help them out. But it also brings people to town to spend money in Truman. It's an economic development. Um, I guess I don't really know what the words, but it helps us in economic development by bringing people to town to spend money. This also helps the citizens of Bay. They're our neighbors. There's no reason for us not to be neighborly and to help them out when we can. They're excited about this, and we're excited about this. The contract has worked out where it's not going to cost the city of Truman any money. It's not going to cost the city of Truman any time or cost any of our riders the opportunity to ride. In fact, it may even be better because it's going to move Truman's Monday route will be moved to Tuesday, which is also the day that the food bank distributes food. So it'll give riders an opportunity to ride to the food bank. So I think this is going to be a win-win for us and for Bay, and we're going to get that going uh, just as soon as we can get the contract signed. The next thing was the council authorized me through resolution 1258 to sell 22.63 acres in industrial park. This is in connection with an economic development project. This is something that's going to bring some much needed jobs to the city of Truman. It should be good jobs. Hopefully we can make that announcement uh, here very soon. We've signed the letter of intent today, and we will get the contracts drawn up with our attorneys and their attorneys and have the contract and everything drawn up, and we'll get that signed. And then there'll be a groundbreaking per se, a ceremony that brings them into town. But we're going to leave that up to them. They've requested that we not put their name out just yet, that they will make that announcement. So we're excited about this. This could bring or should bring quite a few jobs to Truman, 100 plus over the next 3 years. So this is exciting news, and it'll be even more exciting when we're able to actually give the information out about this plant that's coming in. Um, the next was ordinance number 737. This was where the budget committee, finance committee, uh, recommended that we do a job description uh, for our city clerk and to make the pay adjusted for that position. Myself, our clerk, and our legal counsel, Mr. Gazaway, we discussed all of this. We got the job description updated, and the pay for that position um, is set. It was set for $1,000 a month, but these jobs have to be done, of course. And the council passed this 8-0. It will go on to the second reading at the next council meeting, and then the third reading in October. So that's a positive. There's a lot of work that they do, and uh, she has Miss Toddy, our city clerk right now, is doing a great job, and she is up here quite a bit. It's a part-time position, but she spends a lot of time in it. In fact, she averaged over 59 hours a month um, since the 1st of January. The next thing was the resolution 1259. The last council meeting, we voted to um, contract with Medic One to do ambulance services in the city of Truman. This is not going to cost the city anything. It's just a contract where we have an agreement on what is provided and what the city provides, which is basically let them make their calls and make the runs with a few stipulations in there and exceptions, and that's still being worked out. But that resolution was tabled. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Medic One is still going to be running in Truman right now. And once we get the contract worked out and hashed out, then once it's signed, then it'll come back hopefully before the next council meeting. And it'll be on the agenda for the next council meeting to be approved and passed, and then the contract signed. Um, Giving us two ambulances in the city of Truman, an ALS ambulance and a BLS ambulance that will always be in the city, unless, of course, both of them are on calls. That happens, and it's going to happen. But at least we will have two ambulances stationed here in Truman, and then there's some things in the contract that will help us with that to have a backup should both of those be gone. Um, Next was an ordinance number 736. This ordinance was I had several people come to me about this, requesting that maybe we try to get this on the ballot. It's an A&P tax. It's advertising and promotions tax that would go to motels and hotels, and a 3% tax on that, and 1% tax on fast food restaurants. This would have been put on the ballot for you to vote for. However, we did not get a two-thirds majority vote to allow this to be put on the ballot. It wouldn't have enacted the tax. It just would have been allowed you to vote for the tax, and this tax money would have been used for the parks and for parks and recreation. However, again, we did not get a majority, a majority council vote. So I think it was like 5-3 was the vote, and it needed to be at least six votes. We had two council members that were absent. So anyway, it didn't go through. So we're good with that. We're okay. And we'll roll on. Now the next thing we did, we had to read the waterworks audit. It's just a form that we had to read to the council. That's required by law for me to do that. I read that, so that wasn't a big deal. And then Mike Roach was requesting permission to present a fireworks show on Friday and Saturday nights of the Duck Festival. The city council approved that, and we're excited that Mr. Roach is doing this for you and for all of us. He did a great job, and they put on he and his team put on a great show for July the 4th, and they're going to put on a show the Friday night and Saturday night of the Duck Festival. It won't be quite as big as the July the 4th one, but we'll have 2 nights of it. So that's big, and we appreciate Mr. Roach and the Roach family for stepping up and doing things for the city of Truman and for you, and that's another one of those things that we're just excited about. Um, we have this. That was all we actually covered. I went with the mayor's report, and I'll kind of go over that with you. Mr. Pagan gave the report on the water situation. Nothing has changed since the informational video that I made from the beginning. We have flushed lines. We've gone to the ends and flushed those lines particularly, and just as we were told by the people at the well and that put the wells in, and by the health department, flushing's probably not going to do any good, and it really didn't. It's just a matter of time. Now, the good thing is we believe and hope that our uh, pump is going to be repaired, and we'll be back in the old well soon, and we'll have good water and clear water back the way we had it previously, just as soon as we can get that in. And they're saying hopefully by the end of this week. Um, but until then, we're still having to deal with the water. I promise you, if we knew the answer and we knew the solution, it would already be fixed. Uh, we have listened to several people. If it's feasible and it sounds like it may work, and we think it may work, we'll give it a try. But we've not had anybody to come up with that answer just yet. The health department has tested the water. We test it daily. Several other people have tested the water, get the same results. The water's safe, even though it don't look good, it's still safe. Yes, I do take a bath in it. Yes, I do drink it whenever I drink water. I'm not a big water drinker, but I have drank it right out of my faucet at home, out of the faucets here at my office. What you see behind me is not water. That's lemonade. That's one of my favorite drinks. There is a small thing of water that I have sitting over there for those that want to send out misinformation. That water is not necessarily for me to drink, but when we have conferences here, I provide bottled water for those people that are in these conferences. And that's mainly what that's for. Um, I'm not scared to drink the water, and I will drink it. And I have been drinking it. I make my coffee with it every morning, and I take a shower in it every morning. So uh, the water is safe. Believe it or not, that's up to you. If you feel safe boiling your water, go boil it. By all means, boil it if you feel safe about it. If that makes you feel better, that's great. We're not trying to discourage you in any way uh, from boiling the water. We just want you to know that we are trying everything we know to get this fixed. And once we get the new well in, or the new pump in the well, and get things cleared back out, we're going to go to the well that we're using right now, and we're going to continue to flush it and see what we can do to get it clear. It's much more clear today than it was 2 years ago when it was first started being flushed. So it is clearing up. It's just taking time, and it hasn't completely cleared out yet. So we're going to continue to work on that. Fire station is still appears to be on schedule for late September, early October. We are still waiting on the metal to drop. Once they get the metal on the ground, the things are going to go faster, and hopefully that will be very soon, and we can get it going. We're still hoping for construction to begin in August for the Clearwater tank, but it may be October due to the delay in a title search that we had to do for the property that we're putting it on, just to make everything legal. A lot of paperwork has to be done with these grants before we can even start, and this is just part of it. And we're working on getting that done. We're still in talks with two different companies to come to Truman that will bring jobs to town and also revenue. One of those I just talked about the resolution of selling the property, uh, but we're still in talks with the other one as well. So that will be two companies that we get to bring in. Myself and Bob Sowell are director of Chamber of Commerce and TIDC. We've worked on this tirelessly for about 6 months now. We've spent a lot of time with the owners and had done a lot of negotiations and getting this lined out. So it looks like it's going to come to fruition very soon, and we're looking forward to that. Um, Hopefully, in the next few days, we're going to have another announcement of a well-known business chain that will be opening in Truman. You'll be excited about this, or a lot of you will be excited about this. Uh, there are quite a few of these businesses already in Jonesboro and other places, and we're excited to have them to come to Truman. We look forward to them getting in and getting open. We'll make that announcement when they get ready to make it, and we'll get that information out. Um, I was informed by RDOT that the streets that we're going to have overlaid, they're going to let that bidding out on January of 25. and hopefully early January we'll get started. They'll get started on it, and they will get these streets overlaid. Again, just to remind you, those streets are parts of Whitlatch, East Main, and Birch, Autumn Pass and Summer, um, and parts of Melton. I believe those are the streets that are going to be overlaid. So we're looking forward to getting that done. Again, hopefully we can get those done early 2025. The Duck Festival is just around the corner, and with Happy Days Carnival coming back, they will have more rides than they had last year, and we're looking forward to that and hope to see you there. And with that, again, I want you to be assured my office is always open. If I'm not here, you leave a message. I'll get back with you. You can call at any time. If I'm not available, I will call you back. I have not returned a phone call yet that somebody's called with a complaint, a question, a problem, suggestion, or whatever. And I don't turn people away. If I've got a meeting already scheduled, then we'll reschedule the meeting with you if you have a question or comment. Um, Again, my door is open, and we look forward to visiting with you. And if you do have anything, so I hope you have a blessed day, and until next time, we'll see you then.